So Elijah Craig dropped their 12-year minimum on their barrel-proof bottles. They've gone anywhere from 11 something to 13 something to 10 something in age statements. We're doing a blind flight to see which one ended up being the best. Stay tuned. We'll let you know what we think.
Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey.
All right. Today we're doing a blind flight. This will be a fun one. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing the Elijah Craigs since they dropped the age statement.
Yes.
So we've got the B523, the C923, and the A124, and then possibly the reason they did drop that whole age statement thing, their private select. This one's 9-year.
It is a single barrel. It is maybe a little off
a little
of
different,
the blends,
but a little bit different. But so what we did is, well, honestly, my wife was nice enough to pour these all for us and numbered them. So these are numbered 1 through 4, and these are numbered at the bottom 1 through 4.
Somewhere.
So we don't know exactly which one's which. We're going to do these blind. We're going to rank them up and see if two different things, in my opinion. Is there a variation? I think that's one of the problems that we got with Elijah Craig. They all started to taste very, very similar from batch to batch to batch.
Yep.
With that sticking to that 12-year age statement. So that's interesting. 2, the difference in ages. So the the B5 was 11 years 6 months. And then the C9 was 13 years 7 months or something along those lines. So there's a pretty big now fluctuation of age. Well, is the oldest the best? Or is a 9-year private single barrel even better?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. So that's the experiment we're running right now.
Let's get in here.
Ready?
So where are we going? Left to right or right to left?
I'm going 1.
4.
Let's
Let's
go to 1.
Let's go to 1. Let's go to 1. Okay.
Oh, that's nice nose. Sweet. A little bit of a nut note to it.
Yep. It's just slight.
A little bit of proof, but not like super aggressive. But it's there. Very nice.
There's some caramels. There's some.
Yeah. Definitely sweetness there. Holy oils.
Holy.
A lot of oil.
I just turned it in my hand. Let's see.
I like it. You get like a little earthy note to that.
Big time.
Like almost like the peanuts just got pulled out of the ground and there's a little dirt still on the shelf.
Or boiled peanuts, like out of the. If you've ever driven through Alabama, I'm sorry, I love peanuts, but I don't understand boiled peanuts. I don't get it. But yeah, very earthy.
Very earthy.
It's like that wet stump kind of wood note. That's
I can see that. I can see that. The nose much better than the palate.
Much better than the palate. Wow.
That's interesting.
Okay. 2.
Brown sugar and maple syrup on that.
Hello, sweetness.
Yeah, really, really sweet. No proof bite at all. Way sweeter. So much more sweetness coming through on that guy.
Ooh, yeah.
That maple syrup is crazy.
I was going to say the maple on that is amazing.
If that comes through on the palate, that's going to be crazy. Well, that's much better than the first palate. That is sweet, a little bit of a proof burn, a little bit of a rye spice note coming through.
There's toffee. There's.
But yeah, the sweetness is like that burnt sugar type note coming through really nicely.
Gosh, and then like this makes me think it's older because I get the nice barrel notes. I get that little slight leather on that finish.
I can see that leather, slight leather, slight tobacco, like not like getting into it, but not quite like overpowered by it.
And then there's brown sugar. Wow. Yeah, get rid of 1.
Materially better. Materially better than 1.
I mean, would you even say the nose competes or?
No, I don't. I mean, the nose doesn't bother me on 1, but that is a much more enjoyable and a couple different layers, differences, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no.
Okay.
2 is much better than 1. That's gonna be fun. This is crazy.
Wow. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Well, that's neat. Now I got the peanut note back, but now it's more like peanut brittle, like really sweet, like peanut brittle. I mean, I got nothing else on that. Payday.
Yeah, it's even salty. I was gonna say it even has like a salty note on it.
Yeah, very different peanut note. Very different note.
Wow. Okay.
Not as complex as that one. That one had much more, a couple different things going on. Ooh, that built. Like it started nice. It built up with a little. There's a little crescendo to that.
There's a creaminess to this one that haven't had the other two. The mouthfeel in this one's fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah, here comes the.
But not a. I'm not getting a crazy sweetness off of it. I'm not getting a crazy age, like none of it. So the leathers, the tobacco notes are not there. But I'm not getting like that mapley note, not there. I'm not even getting like a strong caramel note. It's nice. Everything about it's really nice. It's just not overly descript.
Yeah.
It's a little flat, I guess is really what it like comes down to.
Nose is a bit
Nothing
flat.
wrong with it at all. Like there's no bad notes in it. Very nice.
Good finish.
Don't mind that one.
Good finish.
Right now, two. I'm still leaning towards
2 is still winning.
I'm liking that guy.
Yeah.
3's good. We're gonna have to come back and do some ABs on this guy, I think.
I totally agree with what you said about the age though. Zero.
Yeah, not getting
zero barrel notes. Yeah.
Not getting that.
Well, let's see what happens to 4. This is gonna taste like water.
No, well, I don't know about that. No, the nose is.
Would have been great if she would have snuck in a small batch, just a 94 proof, a small batch at in the middle of this.
Just to mess with.
Or a toasted barrel or something. Or a Parker's, just to
I don't. Do you have one of those?
No.
Okay.
Come on.
I ain't got one of those.
Ooh.
There's a little toast. When you said toasted, there's a little toasty note in this.
I was gonna say I'm not.
Like a toasted vanilla. I'm not getting peanut.
No, I'm not getting any peanut, and I dare to say I got a little bit of fruit on the front. But let me see if that was just.
Maybe I could see there's
maybe a little
red,
like a
little stone red fruit. Yeah.
That's a different nose than.
Plummy?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's very different. Wow, they're so different.
Nose.
Ooh. Way more rye spice bite in the very beginning of that. Sweet fruit stays there.
The nuts come on at the kind of mid palate.
Okay. It's not crazy peanutty.
No.
It's
just
trail mix?
A little bit there, yeah.
Like some nuts and fruits and raisins and all mixed together. No chocolate, no M&Ms in this guy.
I was gonna say no cocoa, but
no. It's kind of what's missing out of this whole lineup so far. Is I'm waiting for a cocoa note to come through.
Wow,
that's really good.
That might.
I don't know. I don't know if that beats number 2, but that's really good.
See the way maybe it was your wife's fault, but I necked that. I took 2 big pulls. I like that one.
Okay.
All
right. I think one. I'm going to come back to it just because. I mean, we're here. Yeah, that nose is not.
There's nothing wrong with that nose at all.
There's nothing wrong with the nose.
Man.
It's not as
one of the strongest noses.
Yes, that I agree. I don't know if it's the higher proof or higher age, but there's definitely more really strong nose.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember if we get any barrel notes on this one.
Oh man, that earth note is really bad. That's really bad. The palate just ruins that guy. The nose is decent. The palate ruins that guy.
I know what that one is, unfortunately, because when I bought this bottle, I think I even texted you. I was like, I'm angry. I'll get into that later when we reveal if I'm right.
Ooh. Number 2 still has all the magicalness.
All the magicalness.
It did not lose it. Sweet, caramels, maples. Yeah, that is still really solid.
Great nose. It makes me forget the nose on 1, which I think is pretty decent.
The nose on 1's decent, but that has so much more to it. And then it's got a nice sweet palate, a nice little bit of a rye spice proof kick in there, like just a touch of a burn that makes you like, hey, you're drinking some good whiskey here.
That makes me want.
That is really good.
If you want one to make you forget about Elijah Craig, you want one that brings you right back. Oh wow.
Ooh. 3, the nose got better.
I'm still like, I'm still dealing with the finish on number 2, which is amazing.
I get a little
That's crazy.
red vines. No, on 3 now.
On 3?
I don't know. Like I don't remember getting that the first time through.
Or are we seeing we got plums on this the first time too? Maybe was that 3?
Yeah, that was 3.
Okay.
Yep.
I can see where the red vines and the candy note.
Palate was muted out a little bit. So 2 has a great nose and a good body, like a good palate to it.
This has got proof.
This has got proof, but it like the rest of the palate is like, oh, it's sweet.
Yeah,
and
sweet, and
it's
then
not
at the end,
like
there's a little bit of nuts.
There's not like a crazy complexity to it. So I'm still 2 is over 3.
Wow, that's interesting. That yeah, 2 over 3. Nothing. I mean, I would Ooh.
I drink it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 1 has way more problems.
And it's just proofy on the finish. All I got is proof on the finish.
You know what? I'm gonna just have to start doing. This is what I'm gonna do. 2 and 4. The maple syrup on 2 comes. I mean, even on the AB, the light, sweet peanut note on 4 is so nice.
It is. I think this one's a little bit proofier. A little bit. Maybe just a little.
Maybe, yeah. I would agree with that.
God, this is a tough call.
Payday is a really good, like it's caramel, great. Like those kind of like whatever's the middle of a payday.
Yeah, that nougat
like the
in the middle.
Salty peanut coming through.
Yes.
That's a payday in a whiskey. I don't know how you do that. But the maple on that is really interesting and it's just so good.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one.
I think, can you tie for first place?
No.
No? Damn.
We got to choose a. We got to choose a.
It's so easy to smell too. Like there's no proof burn. There's no aggressive note on that nose at all. There's a little proof that comes through on 4. Like you said, I think 4 is a little higher proof than 2.
That finish on 2 is so delicious and just delicate, but like there's so much going on. I think that's what makes me think. And when I say delicate, I don't mean like there's proof there. It's obvious. These are barrel proof bourbons, right. But it's so balanced. It's so 2 is so.
Yeah, there's a spice and then there's a sweetness and then there's it's just got so many. I like the layers. Like this has complexity.
Yeah. There's absolutely zero wrong with that.
I think 4 doesn't have.
But the thing about 4 that keeps that payday, what you mentioned, and that nutty note that that I was angry about for the last 3 years of this release, it's so balanced within the whiskey. I think
it does it really well.
Between the proof, the nut, the sweetness. I still gotta go with 2 though. I think 2 is my.
So it's 2, 4, 3, 1, right?
No doubt.
2, 4, 3, 1.
1 doesn't even exist.
All right. Let's see which way do we want to go.
Start this way. Easier.
So this is 5, right? So this is the first time they dropped it down. This is 11 years, 5 months.
That's one of ours.
And it is number 1.
Number 1.
The worst one.
Wait. There's no way. It's 4.
Ah! That's a 4.
I was going to say there's no way.
Second place.
I know what that one is, unfortunately.
That is second place. So the first time they dropped the 12 and they move it to a less than 12, second best whiskey that out of this lineup. And I remember having this at the Whiskey Club and we were like, holy crap, that's so good. And it's different than Elijah Craig has been so similar for so long.
Right.
All right. C923 is 2.
C923?
Yeah.
It's got to be. Oh, shit.
So C923 is the first time that they decided to blow out the 12-year statement. This is 13 years, 7 months old. 133 proof.
Wow.
That did not drink like 133 proof. That drank so nicely.
And maybe
dear Lord. So 4, which we thought was proofier, 124.
What? This one does not have the barrel notes that, as I would expect. Oh, wow.
That's crazy. All right. Now, which one of these is decent and which one of these sucks?
This is definitely
so
3.
A124.
It's got to be.
Is 1. The one we least liked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew that. Okay. Oh, yeah.
So this is the one that has a decent nose, but goes really weird, earthy, like still dirt on peanut note.
I think I could pull up a text message if you want to know that when I bought this a couple months ago, brought it home, popped it open, sipped it, and said, I am pissed off again at Elijah Craig. Sorry, I have so many of these bottles, and it went back to it went back to an awful peanut note that I don't.
So we've got 119 proof, and we have 10-year 9-month, the youngest.
It's almost 11 years old.
But it's the youngest out of those 3. But that means your Private Select 9-year
blew it out of the
was
water.
number 3, and gave a run to the point all right, it's not as good as 2 and 4, but 3 is really good.
Yeah.
So
if it would have stayed in the barrel 2 more years, 3 more years,
that would have been an amazing pour.
That
is, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
That surprises me. How much, this is materially worse than the other 3. Materially worse.
I mean, this is one of. Oh, I love this.
Isn't it? Isn't that
I love having Hill.
You notice that?
It's
a lot of
times,
A being the first one of the year.
Yes.
Never seems to work out to be the best bottle of the year.
It's like we're
Booker's and Larceny and the ones that win Whiskey of the Years or are in the top 10s and stuff like that always seem to be the B and C's.
But I will drink a 124 Larceny all day before this guy.
Before that guy.
So much better.
Now they know they got to step up their game, right? I mean, that's just what it is. They got to step up their game. They can't be releasing that and expecting people
to pay $100. I mean, it's a what, $79? It's an $80 MSRP. But
right, and then depending on how available it is in your area, a lot of times you'll up to $100. Probably.
I was not lucky enough to find. This is one lineup that I usually can find in a lot of places, especially in Tennessee, where we are. But this one
couldn't get the 9.
Yeah,
this is one of the ones I was looking for specifically because it was going to be so old. I knew it was going to be old. So I have no idea where I got that, but I'm glad I did because that is really, really good whiskey. So
now, I remember last year trying a private barrel. It was one of the first times I had. Well, I guess it was last year, maybe a year and a half ago. First time trying a private barrel and going, wow, that is Elijah Craig that I love.
Right.
And then thinking, wow, why are we lowering the age statements? Why are we changing the...
Right, why are we getting rid of that 12?
Yeah, changing the 12-year statement. And if you can get this kind of whiskey in 9 years, and maybe...
That was really solid at 9 years. If you let that go to 11, you could have barreled that. Yeah. Easy, and it would have been amazing.
But I think there's people that don't like that deep oak, just that deep wood impact and some of those things that happen from aged bourbons anymore. Like, maybe
go back to
this
2.
Is the sweet
Taste
spot.
2. Go ahead. Taste 2. 13 years and 7 months. I'm not getting like a crazy tobacco leather, but I just get a lot more complexity in the palate and in the nose. And that's what came through, and that's the reason why I totally agree with that being number 1.
It's just so balanced. Oh my gosh.
That's
everything I want in a bourbon.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Especially everything I want in Elijah Craig barrel proof. Uncut, unfiltered, it's great proof. 133.
It does not drink like that.
We are close to hazmat, and it's
and it's nice. It's a nice drink.
I will
It's an
sip it with
easy
my
drink.
pinky out. It's
Yeah,
so good.
It's an easy drink. That's
Crazy.
fantastic. That was a fun experiment.
As I've stared at these in my bar for a year and a half, 2 years, well, now 3 years. I've been like, man, we got to line these up.
Yeah.
I got too many. We can't line up 14
that'd be a long episode.
But I think the best of the best right here. Fantastic
stuff. I'm a fan that they did drop that 12-year lock-in. It lets them experiment with flavor profiles. Yep. They failed in A1 24. They failed, but this is really good. That's really solid. Their private select, very solid.
These are popping up all over the place. I've noticed traveling and stuff.
They're more. You can find it's almost like it's almost like the Maker's Mark private selects.
Yeah,
they're just kind of like prevalent. Every store has one.
Yeah. So that's great though, because when I'm traveling, I do grab a Maker's Mark.
Yeah, whatever their
store pick, and it's usually a great stave thing. So the private barrels, pick them up.
I cannot complain about Elijah Craig. There's so many good things that come from them, and their barrel proofs are great.
I love Heaven Hill.
They're toasted, really solid. Private selects, obviously, really, really good. So everything that they're doing, I fully support.
Haven't had my hands on a private barrel small batch though yet. Have you seen those? There's single barrel small batches that are out now.
I'm not.
Yeah, there's some private barrel 94 proofers that are
interesting.
Apparently just some delicious sweet low proofers. So
very nice. That'd be
look for
94 those. Proofers are pretty. That's decent. That's
single barrels. I mean,
single barrel version of it.
Yeah, in '86 they came out with. They had a 12-year. Their small batch was 12 years stated.
Their original.
The original from '86 was and then in 2013 they started doing these guys with three releases per year.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing good things.
I like the ability to be able to flex a little bit to create variation from bottle to bottle and notes and what you're going to get. I think it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue with that. I think they did better the first two. They did not do spectacularly there, which just gives me good hope to, like, the B24 and the C24 is just going to be.
That's soon. It's like next
B24
month?
is May. Yeah, it's coming up. It'll be very, very soon. Hopefully you enjoyed our little experiment here. And if you have the chance to get your hands on a C923, we very much recommend grabbing that.
Very much.
Or the B523. Also, grab that. Still agree. Private select is worth it.
Worth it.
I wouldn't go to the A1. I'd skip that guy.
See what you think. I don't know. Maybe you like that
weird, dirty peanut note.
Dirty, earthy note that's on boiled peanuts in Alabama. If you know what we're saying. You know.
You've seen that sign.
You've tasted it.
If you could. Little thumbs up down the bottom. That helps the algorithm, gets our episode shared all over the place. Also, in April, we'd like to raise funds for Make-A-Wish. April 29th is World Make-A-Wish Day. April 23rd was my son's birthday. Kind of the whole reason why we started the YouTube channel was in memory of my son. So would really appreciate you supporting Make-A-Wish. There's a link down below. You can click on that. And anything up to $500, I'll match that. So, and then my company will match my donation. So, whatever you put in, it's going to get doubled, tripled. That's the words. And we very much appreciate the support around that. So,
spread the love, people. Spread the love.
Yeah, childhood sickness, Make-A-Wish does great things for those kids, and totally a worthwhile organization. On that note, we'll see you on the next episode.
Oh, hey, which one do we cheers?
Pick one. Whatever you want.
Let's go right here.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.